What's going on, y'all? This is Cruz with Cruise Control Radio. We are here at the headquarters. We are in the jungle right now. Jungle, shout out. We got Cannabae Marleyy in here right now, and we're going to talk about some big things right now. So if you could tell the people, like, you know, a little bit more about yourself, where you from, and then let's get past all that shit.
Well, hey, y'all. It's your girl, Cannabae Marleyy. You know, your canna healer, your cannabis influencer, your weedologist, your hempologist. And you know, I already know I got the number one, biggest, largest 420 festival coming up here in Nashville, Tennessee, called the Nashville CanaFest, April 18th through the 20th.
Fire. So, shout out to the CanaFest. When you reached out to me, I was super excited, and then I realized I'm not gonna be here. So
it hurt my feelings. It did.
Yeah. So that's my friend having a baby down in Miami, so I'm going down to a baby shower. But so let's talk more about like your weed experience, or do you call it weed? What do you call it?
I call it cannabis, because it's more than
cannabis,
just marijuana.
Okay.
You know, we got to talk about both the CBD and the THC properties.
Okay, so what put you on this journey of, like, you know, wanting to be a weed
a hembologist, weedologist,
yeah,
your Cannabae healer. Let's just say I went to DC. So I lived in DC for about 7 years. I went to Howard University, you know,
Fire.
HU,
Dope.
the Mecca.
Yeah.
Biology major, music minor. So being a biology major, I always wanted to be a cardiologist. And if you don't know what that is, it's a heart surgeon.
Yeah.
So I was the last person you would come to between life and death.
Fire.
Very serious. Like, I had to have steady hands. I remember having like little different workshops and stuff at Johns Hopkins. So I was able to travel in the medical field.
Dope.
Like right before my freshman year of college, and also during my freshman year of college, because I also took my mortology class.
What is it?
Mortology.
Like
so it's
a
like
mortician?
like the study of the
Shit.
dead people and
Okay.
stuff. So that was really cool.
Okay.
Holding like
That's scary.
a real live, well, not live, dead.
A real live dead
A
body.
real live dead human heart. But
shit.
just holding it, like the brain and the heart in my hand, I was just like, wow,
That's
this
crazy.
shit is dead.
Yeah.
Like, I loved every bit of it. But what really changed my mind more to holistic side of things was, one, I was kind of getting a little antsy or had a little anxiety when it come to taking my MCAT. So that's like the medical exam you have to take just to even be able to take, you know, your doctor courses to get into those universities. So after I talked to a couple of cardiologists, because I used to be a server at Barcelona Wine Bar down in D.C. But after speaking to cardiologists, and these were all men, and they're telling me how they failed 5-6 times, but on the 7th, 8th time, they passed it. It's the greatest decision of their life, you know. It takes time, but it's worth it. And then just hearing women talk about, you know, their experiences in the health field.
Yeah.
And what they went through just undergoing the surgery. Just hearing their responses from these women, it kind of changed my heart, because a lot of the things they were saying, it didn't really go with my own morals. Like, I'm more so for healing, you know, pushing health, pushing holistic healing, and curing you. Like, I just want you to get out the way. I don't really want you to be coming back after you're supposed to be healed.
Yeah.
So just by hearing their stories, it made me realize that I didn't really want to go into the medical field that way.
Yeah.
And I pushed more so towards holistic healing. And, you know, just living in Washington, D.C., cannabis is legal. So you have both THC and CBD.
Dope.
All these different strains. You got farmers that are growing not only in Virginia, but we got farmers that are coming all the way from California and Vegas, coming up here with literally pounds of different strains of cannabis, selling them at these pop-ups. We had I-71 compliant weed pop-ups. So it's basically where every business can be 20 to 30 businesses in there, all small businesses, and they all sell weed.
Yeah.
I mean cannabis. Every single last one of them selling cannabis, like edibles, carts, vapes, resin, isolates, tinctures, dab bar. It's like a cannabis convention, but it's where you can just buy.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Like, I was one of the businesses there, but just being able to try different strains and, you know, see how it helped my own body.
Right.
It made me realize, like, there's a lot more we can do with cannabis than just smoke it. And so that's when I started making honeys. I started making tinctures. You know, I started making edibles, because I did have a target audience that wanted to consume marijuana, but they didn't want to smoke it. So that's kind of what put me there. And then when I realized that this same cannabis plant also has healing capabilities because that's where the biology came in from. I started actually going to oncology centers and holistic centers, finding out what their patients needed, like they had anxiety, they had pain, or they had multiple sclerosis. And I went out and I found strains of cannabis to actually help with that.
Wow.
So one of my ladies, she had multiple sclerosis and she hated smoking. But there's a strain called Critical Haze, which is known for helping alleviate pain and anxiety and fatigue when it comes to multiple sclerosis. So you guys can actually look that up. This is a little factor for y'all, but look up Critical Haze, and she loved that strain. I used to make her Critical Haze. That's what it's called.
And so when it healed.
It helped her pain with multiple sclerosis. So I want to say it healed it because we can't say cannabis healed. We have to say it promotes healing.
Okay.
You know, we got verbiage we have to use, you know. But she loved it. Like,
So me, like, I used to smoke like heavy, like I used to smoke a lot, and then like around the time I had like kids, around the time COVID, like I started like tripping, like bad tripping. Like, what would you say was like the strain I was smoking? Like, what, like, why does that happen to people? I could say it was a strain that you're smoking. It also could be the amount of stress that you were under, because you know COVID-19 it did a woozy on all of us. Like some of us were used to working, we're not used to being at home. 24/7 with the same person, although we're supposed to, but even for me, I'm like, same person, I'm not really going to work, but I'm still able to make money. Smoking, even for me, I have to take a break because I realize as I smoke too much, I find myself not necessarily getting paranoid, but I get tired. So you probably just need like a tolerance break or take a different approach to it. So maybe not smoking as much, but maybe trying a tea. Or you could have tried CBD, like you want that smoking feeling, but you didn't want that psychoactive feeling that you'll get in your mind. So you smoking CBD would have relaxed you. Right.
While you're smoking the THC part of it, it gives you that psychoactive feeling, which inevitably affected your anxiety and had you feeling paranoid. So.
Yeah, I was like, my heart is done. That's it. I'm out of here.
No, please don't do that. No, we don't want that.
So I'm looking over the Nashville CanaFestival. It says workshops. What type of workshops are you gonna be having there?
So I have a paper making workshop. So we're gonna have hemp paper making. So you're gonna learn how to make paper from hemp stalks. I also have one about bugs. So if you don't know about the growing process of cannabis, there are bad bugs that will come eat your plant, while you have good bugs that will eat the bad bugs. So I'm not a bug person at all, but knowledge is knowledge. So they're going to have one of those come in. I'm working with a couple of hemp concrete businesses. I'm trying to get them to come in and speak. Or if not, I'm just going to say little bits and pieces of it. But I'm trying to work on a hemp concrete workshop. You guys, I know y'all see me messaging y'all, emailing y'all, message me back.
Make sure y'all hit her up.
Hit me up because, hello, hemp concrete is
concrete. What the fuck is that?
You can build houses out of it. So it's basically making houses out of hemp fibers and making them into concrete. And they're anti-inflammable, so they won't burn. Literally, your house can catch on fire, but your frame will still be standing.
Wow. And that's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
People use that
People use it, and it's better than wood. It's better than bricks.
Wow.
It's better than concrete. It lasts longer.
And it's from the earth.
And it's from literally the earth.
That's so crazy.
It is
I would have
so
never
crazy.
thought that was because I know like people make butters and like you could cook with it and shit like that, but like you could build a house with it.
You can build a house with it, and you can. I don't have that workshop yet, but I will be speaking on making clothes. So you actually can make clothes out of hemp too.
That's insane.
Yes, but for all my people that do like getting high, I have a resin and me workshop that's going to be provided by the TN Terp farmer. He's going to have a resin and me workshop where he's going to teach y'all about how to make resin and the isolates and just the process in it, and then how like the THC levels differentiate. So, and
that's what I was going to ask. So with the THC is because it's fully like weed ain't legal in Tennessee. So how are you still having a cannabis fest? Like, what am I allowed to ask that?
Yes, you are totally allowed to ask that because people ask me. And you want to know what's crazy is last week I was on Capitol Hill talking to all the legislators, House representatives, senators, everything, inviting them out to the CanaFestival because we have bills where they want to be pro-cannabis, like to legalize it, but to regulate it.
Right.
But then they also have it where they want the ABC, which is kind of the liquor, to kind of regulate it, and we don't want that. So what I'm trying to do is educate them on the holistic benefits of cannabis and how we can use it not only to heal ourselves, but to rebuild the ecosystem, with paper, houses, clothes, and just change the narrative narrative on cannabis.
Yeah.
So yes, THC itself is not legal. CBD, Delta 8, Delta 9, and THCA is still legal here in the state of Tennessee. So no, we cannot just come out here with our pounds of full-blood marijuana plants, you know.
Yeah.
But we can come out here with our CBD, THCA plants. But there will be dispensary CBD stores at the CanaFest is selling the THCA or the Delta 8, Delta 9, so you can partake in consuming that. But yeah, so we're trying to work around it. I am doing my due diligence not only for CanaFest but for the community, because I really want to push legalization behind marijuana.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be a Schedule 1 drug anymore, and there's really a lot more we can do with this plant.
What
so
do you
I hope
think
that
about?
answered your question.
Nah, yeah, that was perfect. What do you think about people that call like marijuana? I'm trying to give it a good term. Cannabis. They say it's a gateway drug. What is your your take on that?
I would say that you are stuck in your old ways. This is not the early 1900s. If you wanted to get a higher drug, you're going to get a higher drug. Like,
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old, and I've been smoking cannabis for at least 12 years, and I've never wanted to get higher.
Right.
I'm just saying.
That's a
like,
personal
That's
thing.
it literally, that's called your own free will, baby.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted something stronger, you need to go talk to a therapist, a psychologist, get your mind checked out. Because why?
Yeah.
And then you're trying to blame it on, well, I didn't start smoking weed, I wouldn't be doing cocaine. No, you wanted to do cocaine from the beginning. Stop playing.
Been in your head.
That's been in your head. You wanted some of that powder.
Oh my God. Yeah, because that's my thing. Like, I know a bunch of people that smoke weed. Like, the whole time I knew them, and they never was like, yo, I think I need to do crack.
Hello.
Like,
I think I need to go shoot up some heroin.
Yeah, I need to get a needle. Like, nah, like never.
Never.
It's a personal. Even if they wasn't smoking weed, they would have ended up doing that because, like you said, it was already on their mind.
Yes.
So yeah, nah, that's dope. Well, it is dope.
I'm just saying, like, cause that's why I hate this. That's also one of the reasons, like, I really hate that the cannabis has such a negative connotation, because it's really a wonderful plant, and like people have these different misconceptions on it. But I feel like it's just due to lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
So with knowledge, there's power.
Right.
So I'm bringing y'all knowledge. That's gonna give y'all power.
That's dope.
Come to CanaFest.
That's a clip right there. Nah, that's dope. So yeah, and that was my main thing is like, because when people say like even here, you're like, can you smoke here? We're like, nah, they don't really, because the churches and all that. Like, everybody looks at it, it's like like as if you shot somebody. If you smoke, it's like you a murderer. Like,
Yeah.
And it's something that's like, it's not bad. Like, it's really better than most of the stuff we're taking in.
It is.
In America.
It's better than drinking alcohol.
That's a fact. But alcohol is legal.
Alcohol is definitely legal.
Yeah, because is sicknesses that come from alcohol that they'll be able to profit off of. So that's why, you know.
And that's really what it is. That's why I'm not gonna get
You
on
can't
it.
profit off of smoking weed.
You cannot profit off smoking weed. I can't profit off of healing somebody.
Yeah.
I can't profit off of curing your anxiety.
Yeah.
I can't profit off of curing your PTSD.
Uh-huh.
But I can profit off of giving you some oxycodone, baby.
Yeah.
Some Percocet.
Right.
Let me get that money.
Yep. That's the legal drug dealers. But I wanted to ask you also, with, you know, weed becoming legal and it's in stores and at these medical shops, some people be like, I'd rather have the street stuff. They might be making like synthetic weed and just like fucking with us. Like, what is your thoughts on that?
Well, that's my thoughts on that is that's why it needs to be regulated. Because don't get me wrong, I'm too on one of those people sometimes, depending on prices, who would rather get it off the street, which is bad. But I prefer it not to be in like these convenience stores, but in actual dispensaries, for the simple fact that these bud tenders at these dispensaries are able to educate you on what you're actually getting.
Yep.
So they know the difference between an indica and sativa. They know the difference between, you know, if you have something for anxiety, or you want something for fatigue, or, you know, that you're talking about different strains and the aromas that it has. Like, so I want something citrusy, or I want something more fruit forward. They're able to be like, well, smell this or smell that, and these are the characteristics and the benefits that you get from smoking it, or even from dabbing it. Like, because people need that type of education so they are informed.
Definitely.
Instead of just going to the gas station where they do see some pre-rolls in there and you really don't know what you're getting in there.
If you smoking gas station pre-rolls,
I mean, gas station pre-rolls are trifling, but I know 2 people on my hand swear up and down that if I'm looking like, yo, I ain't never bought a Mike Tyson pre-roll at the gas station. I don't think I'm not gonna start today.
That's some K2.
Hello. They was legally selling K2 at the gas station.
That's crazy, right?
Messing people up.
Have people out here biting people.
Hello.
Yeah, that's insane.
Stop.
Yeah, no, that's a little crazy. I lived in Florida once, and we had a mansion party, and this is when like K2 was like a thing. Like people was actually like fucking with it. Some kid was like smoking it and fucking like started like foaming out the mouth and shit, and they had to carry him out. I was like, get him the fuck out of here.
Oh, no. See, that would have freaked me. I'm like, party's gone. Highest over. Where's my Uber?
No, we got him the fuck out of here. We kept it
Highest
going.
gone. That would have blew my high. I'm like, yeah.
To this day, I don't know if he's alive, but I don't know what happened.
Because that's bad. Like, you think about drugs like K2,
bath salts.
liquor, bath salts.
Like, why are we trying bath salts?
Who even thought about that?
They said the
Let me
kids
try a
get
little
high off
Epsom salt.
nutmeg.
Let me get a little Epsom salt in my mouth. Like, what?
Little Epsom salt.
Little Epsom salt.
Yeah.
Pre-bath water.
Yeah. And that's where we go back to saying like that this shit is not a gateway drug, it's a choice. If you
It's a
fucking
choice.
wanna people do a lot of weird shit.
People do a lot of weird shit. Like, I don't know, you talking about diesel. Like, they shoot up diesel.
Oh yeah.
And what's it? I don't even, or the little whoopee. What you spray in your mouth?
Oh,
You can get him at the store. It's like make your voice all high. You be like,
Helium?
But it's not helium. It's like a whoop it or something.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
like what the new kids be doing. They got a little
See?
whip it, and they be sniffing and stuff.
What?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
They ain't
see.
smoke weed. That's all I got to say.
Smoke weed. What the fuck y'all doing? Who's
wrong
watching these kids?
I don't know, because I
Oh,
would
my
gave
God.
up. Throw the hands up.
Yeah,
You know
like
what?
what the fuck? Why are you get the fuck out the Epsom salt? What are you doing over there?
What are you doing?
See, I'm just trying to sell something. Oh man, so where are you originally from?
I'm a unicorn. I'm born and raised here. No kids.
Okay.
But born and raised here in Nashville, Tennessee. I am a native, North Nashville baby.
Fire.
Graduated from Hunter's Lane.
Dope.
Real warriors.
Okay. So then at what age did you move to DC and how long were you there?
And when I was 18, so immediately after I graduated from Hunter's Lane, that August, I went up to DC.
Oh,
so
for college.
2013 for college.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Biology major, music minor. I loved it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like in DC, it's kind of when I found myself, because living in Nashville, I can't say we are a little sheltered, closed-minded, and I'm not going to say slow, like mentally, but we're slow, like in action. Like, it's a very slow living down here.
Yeah.
Like, we're not hustling and bustling.
Yeah.
We're just like,
That
chill.
up north shit is different.
That up
Yeah.
north shit, man, I thought I was going through a midlife crisis at 25. And I'm just like, this should not be happening right now.
Yeah.
Why I feel like
Yeah.
this?
Everything up north is like right now. Like
Literally
has to happen.
hustling and bustling 24/7. Like,
Yeah. Now I'm from Pennsylvania, and like down here is like people be asking me like, damn, like do you sleep? Like what? I'm like, bro, like this ain't normal to y'all. Like for real, like
it's
I
not
don't know.
normal to
It's
them.
not normal.
They sleep, they go to work, and they go home, watch TV, drink the beer, go back to sleep.
and chill.
That's it.
Yeah, I can't chill.
I can't chill either.
I already know.
Look, I be on go. No, I'm going to state to state every weekend.
Yeah.
Marley, you always gone. What? I'm just following my dreams. What
Right.
y'all doing?
Exactly. They dreaming. They
Literally,
ain't going out and
they ain't
doing
going
it. So
sleep.
you was a judge on for the Ring in Atlanta.
Yes.
How did you get a part of that, and what was your experience with that?
So I got a part of that based off my connection. So one of my co-assistants, so his name is Brandon, he actually partners with DJ Magic, who partners with, I think her name is
Trill.
Texas Trill,
Yeah.
who does the Ring.
Yep.
And so when he found out that I was interested in actually giving away one of the slots to the person that won the Ring in Atlanta,
Yeah.
he was like, come down there with us and, give away that shot, just be one of the judges. I was like, you know what? Why not?
Right.
Any publicity is good publicity right about now when it comes to the CanaFestival. And honestly, I love seeing it. Like, I actually love seeing artists put on their outfits, put that shit on,
Right.
and really put that show on. Like,
Yeah.
show me your musicianship.
Yeah.
Show me how you can put on a show. Show me that you have a love for music.
Right.
That's why I love to see. And, like, I got 2 people last night that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the names was Sir Sarant.
Okay.
And then the other one was I think Sid Chunky or something like that. So he has a good rap song. Sarant is a great R&B singer, like literally sung it word for word, just tracks, no vocals, no backline vocals or nothing. Just
those are the best.
No, and I was looking like, yeah.
Oh shit.
So I was really happy. Yeah, I was really happy. So it was a great experience. I loved Atlanta. I remember I was like, damn, Atlanta's like a little New York.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about the streets was booming, people playing music outside. They got their 40s, they drinking, and there's a whole event going upstairs. Like it was crazy now.
Atlanta's a vibe.
Atlanta is definitely a vibe.
So what made you like with having the CanaFestival? What made you like? Do you have a music background? What made you want to add like a live performances to what you already like while you're educating?
Well, you know, I'm in Music City, so of course I got a music background.
Yeah.
But if y'all didn't know, I wrote my music school's anthem back in when I was like 15, 16.
Okay.
I went to W.O. Smith Music School, which is located right here off of Wedgwood Avenue in South Nashville.
Oh, fine.
Big old building with a treble clef on top. You can't miss it.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I wrote that anthem. They sent me out to Las Vegas to perform that song. I'm 16 years old. So I'm performing in front of like 10, 15,000 people.
What?
The W.O. Smith Music School anthem. And I just remember just singing, if you're looking for a music school that would be so awesome, wickedly cool, well, come on and listen to me, yeah. And I'll make your gray skies turn to blue. Nashville, Tennessee, well, dreams become reality. Come on and rock with me, yeah. And let us sing together happily, because I want to go. And that's how it went, you know. I remember singing that. Yeah, I got a music background, but so coming back.
So you wrote, and I'm sorry to cut you off. So you wrote that, and that's still the school is like they still use that.
They used it back and forth, but yeah.
Wow.
So they keep it, and I love the fact.
Were you performing? Why were you performing that in Las Vegas?
Because people used to hire them because it was a music school. So we used to get hired to go out places, or they wanted us to go out and sing because they want to see these kids perform. Like I went to the White House twice.
Wow.
And performed at the White House because of W.O. Smith.
Wow, that's crazy.
They also started like a songwriters course just for me because I'm like one of the kids that was singing and play on the piano. Like I've always been music inclined. Like, music and medicine goes hand in hand. I got it tatted all over my body.
That's fine.
So yeah, I'm the choir director at church. So every Sunday I'm singing.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and honestly, I did Fridays, and that was like with a live band where you could have a 3-course meal and Fuse dinner pop up, and you could still smoke inside the venue.
Oh, that's fine.
So I'm like, we got to keep the live music going.
Yeah.
And with it being Music City, I want it to be community. So how could I not have a festival and I don't involve my artists who are out here every day breaking their backs for gigs to get paid and everything?
Right.
So.
No, that's fine. And that's something that that more people need to be involved in. That's why I said like even I was telling Otis because Otis like he told
he's
me
doing some buttons for Nashville CanaFest. Oh, button, shout out to O.
So when I was telling him like that is something that I do want to be a part of because how cannabis. I keep trying to find the word that you want me to use for the shit. So I'm not trying to say
cannabis.
Cannabis helps my kid's mother with her anxiety, and like it's people have different effects with it. I still haven't found my outlet. I think I'm just already high naturally.
Yeah,
so
naturally. So you need something that's gonna calm you down.
Exactly.
So you probably just need CBD for relaxation and nothing else.
So I love this, and I want to be a part of it so bad. And then on the next one, we'll definitely make sure and whatever else you have after I'm down to work with.
Well, honestly, these legislators and House of Representatives are so for it. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be shocked if I have another one in the state of Tennessee, just a different city.
Oh, that'll be fine.
No, literally, they've talked to me. I'm go back up there next week, just so one, they see my face again because I was there 3 days in a row. But two, I need them to see what I'm doing, and then I need them to give me dates on when they want to do the next one. Let's start planning it because I honestly feel like if I just plan cannabis festivals to just heal people through cannabis the rest of my life, I feel like that's my purpose. Yeah. I feel like I have literally met my goal. Yeah. And I'll be like, yeah.
And that's what you got to do. And I feel like healing people in a positive way where a lot of people can relate to. Like, nobody's had a bad experience on marijuana. Well, I did, I guess.
I mean,
but like,
unless you got too high,
yeah,
or you ate a whole edible and you wasn't supposed to.
But like, I'm talking health issues, like,
no.
like having like something wrong with you, like that's why they, that's
unless
why
it's a vape, because vapes cause respiratory infections.
If you're doing vape,
yeah,
you gotta relax. What's up with the new kids doing vapes and shit?
I don't know what's because they trying to hide the smell or something. I really don't know. I think it's something. Maybe it's easy. It's easier accessible.
Yeah, like you use it more places.
I could never vape. Like, I'm not a vaping girl.
I just don't like putting things in my mouth.
I mean, you gotta put a joint in your mouth.
Well, yeah, but like. Even that, like, it's like I hate smoking with people because it's like
you don't know where their mouth been.
Yeah.
And COVID, trust me, I know.
And especially like people, they'd be like, "Yo, you trying to match?" Like, bro, I'm 30. What the fuck we matching? No,
you have yours, I have mine. Dap.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm trying to chill. Like, nah. So my last question here is, what is something that you want to see with Nashville CanaFestival? Within the, like you said, the next one happening, what's something that you were planning this one and you're like, damn, I wish I would have had this, or I want to do this specific thing to make myself stand out? Do you have anything that you want to see more come from this?
What I want to see more come from this, not necessarily anything that I can do, because I feel like each one I become bigger and better.
Yeah.
But what I really want to do is unite the cannabis dispensaries, because we got a lot of individualism, like this my business, I do this, and yes, we all are cannabis dispensaries, and yes, we all, technically speaking, kind of sell similar products.
Yeah.
But just like bread companies, is they can unite and sell in the same grocery store and make money.
Right.
Why can't we?
And that's a fact. Even gas stations, they
even
be right
gas
across
stations,
the street.
right across the street, each other, and still making bank. Why can't we?
Yeah.
Like, the pushback has not been as bad this year, but last year I got so much pushback from cannabis dispensaries. It kind of hurt my feelings, because I'm just like, I'm really doing this event to help unite us so we can push for legalization, because clearly what y'all doing individually, it's not really helping. You don't really get a reaction from anybody as one person.
Yeah.
But as we were to bring a group of 30 people,
right,
they're going to be looking like.
That's when you see the difference.
So I'm trying to bring a group of 1,000 people on Capitol Hill.
Fine.
And let's get cannabis legalized.
That's hard.
Holistically, medicinally, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. And so right now we come to the end of this interview, and I want to say it's been nice meeting you and getting to know you more. It's been a long day. Yeah. And I just be tired of shit. And you see, there was a lot going on in here.
There's a lot going on.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, I'm tired. Like, I got back at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning from Atlanta, went to church, took a little breath, and then came here. I'm like, goodness gracious.
It's been a lot. So
Jesus.
And that's the life that we want to live, though.
Yeah.
So if you could let the people know where they could follow you, where they could find you, if you're still accepting vendors or anything.
Yes. Okay, you guys. So again, my name is Cannabae Marleyy, and I'm the curator of the Nashville CanaFestival, April 18th through the 20th, 2025, at 3453 West Hamilton Avenue. We are still accepting vendors. We are still accepting sponsors. Or if you just want to get a ticket, use code Cannabae Gifts and get a secret discount. Hey.
Fine.
But I hope to see y'all there. Nashville CanaFestival.